Chosen one, listen closely. This moment is laced with divine precision. You didn't stumble here. You were summoned. Heaven has initiated a sacred shift in your life, and it begins now. The time of weariness is dissolving. The long, silent chapters of delay and exhaustion are being erased by the breath of God. What once drained you will no longer define you. What once held you down is losing its grip. You are entering a divine season where renewal meets acceleration, and the comeback written for you will be nothing short of extraordinary. Feel it in your spirit, a fresh wind stirring, not just a recovery, but a complete rebirth of your energy, your drive, your sense of direction. God is restoring not just what was lost, but what was stolen. Time, joy, vigor, strength. The aches in your body, the heaviness in your chest, the fog over your purpose. He is lifting them with supernatural ease. This isn't just about feeling youthful again. This is about being reawakened to destiny with the intensity of someone born again into purpose. You are about to rise, not as you were, but as who you truly are. Your days of crawling are over. This is the time to run, unburdened, bold, and beautifully aligned. The divine hand over your life is pulling you forward with a velocity that defies natural logic. Where you once moved through treacle, now you will glide. Where there was once delay, there will be divine speed. And in this moment, I ask something of you. 3 small actions with monumental impact. Tap into your faith and act. Hit that like button. Join us by subscribing to unite with the 90,000 chosen ones rising now, and comment the sacred number 99 below. This number is no accident. It sends a signal into the spiritual atmosphere, a declaration that you are ready for this fast-forward blessing, ready to reclaim your youth, ready to welcome the transformation already set in motion. Stay with this message until the end. Your spirit knows it's speaking directly to your journey. You may not see the full picture yet, but the pieces are clicking together with divine force. The comeback you thought would take years is unfolding now, swiftly, powerfully, and undeniably. The heavens have shifted, the spiritual winds have changed, and your life is no longer stuck in the same cycle. God has declared motion. He has stepped into your timeline and pressed fast forward. No more delay. The battles you fought in silence, the tears no one saw, the strength you borrowed from faith alone. He saw it all, and now he responds with restoration that reaches every cell of your being. Not just your situation, but your spirit is being transformed. You're not just regaining your footing, you're becoming a new creation, stronger in resolve, brighter in soul, younger in spirit. There is a revival happening inside your body and your mind. The fatigue that made joy feel distant is being broken. In its place rises vitality you thought you'd never feel again, energy that isn't caffeinated, but consecrated. Movement that doesn't just come from muscle, but from mission. This is what divine restoration looks like. You're not aging, you're ascending. Those around you will start to notice, not because you told them anything, but because your aura will speak volumes. You'll glow with clarity. Your walk will change. Your presence will carry weight. It won't be subtle, it will be stunning. Every scar you tried to hide will become a mark of glory. The whispers of your past pain will be silenced by the roar of your rising. People will see you and not recognize the person in front of them, not because you've hidden, but because you've been refined. This isn't just a shift, it's a spiritual eruption. A new timeline has opened for you, a faster, freer, fuller one. And it's not waiting on your readiness. It's fueled by your obedience. Heaven has already released the instruction, begin again, but this time with fire in your bones. Everything is accelerating. What once seemed so far off is now rushing toward you. The river of your purpose is no longer dammed. The flow has been unleashed. And now, chosen one, you stand on holy ground. The ashes of your old self are behind you. Before you lies a field of divine opportunity. Run. Sprint toward it. Not with fear, but with fierce gratitude. Let the world be astonished by the pace of your return. Let your energy speak of heaven's restoration. Let your face tell a story of divine radiance. And above all, let your journey declare this truth. When God breathes on your comeback, not even time can stand in the way. Chosen one, what's happening within you right now is not just healing, it's holy reconstruction. Heaven is not patching you up, it's reinventing you. Every place where time, sorrow, or struggle carved a hollow space in you is being filled with divine substance. This is not cosmetic, this is cellular, it's soul deep. You are not being polished, you are being purified, recoded, redefined. Your old wiring, the thoughts, the fears, the beliefs that kept you limited, is being replaced with divine intelligence. This isn't about starting over. It's about starting transformed. You may feel it already, a subtle strength rising in places that once felt fragile, a clarity piercing through fog you thought would never lift. That's the evidence of God's upgrade. You are being rebuilt from the inside out, brick by holy brick, and nothing will be the same. You are being prepared for terrain your old self could not have survived. Your new self is being calibrated for endurance, clarity, and unshakable boldness. Your very foundation is being changed. This transformation touches more than just your faith. It's rewriting your very presence. Your voice will carry new weight. Your words will land with sacred gravity. You'll speak and people will listen, not because you raise your volume, but because heaven echoes through you. When you walk into spaces, the atmosphere will recognize you before anyone else does. The unseen will make way for your arrival because divine presence walks ahead of you now. This is what it means to be chosen, not just anointed, but activated. The weight of waiting, the ache of confusion, the fatigue from pretending you were okay, those burdens are being lifted with force. Where once there was exhaustion, there is now uncontainable energy. Not the energy that comes from hype or adrenaline, but the quiet, steady fire of someone who knows who they are and who sent them. That's you now. The chosen one no longer striving for approval, but living from divine authority. You are stepping into a boldness that makes no apologies and no excuses. People will notice, but they won't understand. They'll ask, what changed? They'll assume you took a break, got a new routine, switched something small. But you'll know, it wasn't a method, it was a miracle. God didn't tweak your behavior, He rewrote your spirit. The glow in your eyes, the steadiness in your step, the softness in your power. It's the afterglow of sacred fire. You walked through the furnace, not to burn, but to be reforged, and now you radiate what can't be faked. This glow won't be about cosmetics or charm, it's not charisma, it's presence. The kind of glow that comes from someone who has wept and waited and still believed. You won't need to convince anyone of your transformation. The transformation itself will do the talking. Your countenance will say, God did this. Every part of your being will quietly preach restoration, your peace, your posture, your persistence. You are becoming someone who shines from the inside out, not in spite of what you've endured, but because of it. This isn't about proving anything to the ones who doubted you. You've graduated from the need for validation. This glow is not revenge, it's revelation. It reveals who you were always meant to be. It silences old lies and amplifies the truth that was buried under years of noise and negativity. And here's the holy beauty of it. Those who once ignored your presence will be drawn to your peace. They won't know how to respond to this version of you, the healed, whole, radiant you. But they won't be able to look away either. Let this be your sacred announcement. You are not returning to who you were. You are becoming someone unrecognizable to your past. The version of you that carried pain quietly, smiled through confusion, and bore the weight of everyone else's expectations. That version has completed its assignment. Now emerges the real you, the one who walks with spiritual confidence, divine direction, and unwavering light. The one who can no longer be silenced or shrunk. And it won't just show up in how you move. It will be seen in how people respond to you. Spaces that once ignored your presence will now feel shifted by it. Doors that once refused to open will now swing wide with no resistance. Opportunities that once felt out of reach will now seem tailored for you. You're not walking into favor, you're becoming the embodiment of it. And it's not arrogance, it's alignment. The fire that once threatened to consume you has only refined your purpose. And now your story doesn't need an introduction. Your presence is the proof. You are becoming a living testimony visible evidence that even in silence, God works, that even in waiting, heaven is writing, that even in pain, divine promises are being prepared. You are the glow-up that can't be explained by circumstance. You are the miracle people will whisper about. You are the restoration that makes others believe again. Let them see it. Let them feel it. Let them watch your radiance unfold like the sunrise. Quiet but unstoppable. Don't dim to make others comfortable. Don't shrink because they don't understand. You were made to shine in a way that wakes people up, not to you but to God. You've been refined, revived, and now revealed. You are no longer just recovering, you are radiating. You are no longer just healing, you are embodying divine glory in motion. And this, chosen one, is only the beginning. Chosen one, you're not simply experiencing a change in circumstances, you are undergoing a complete, energetic resurrection. This shift is not subtle, it is seismic. The essence of who you are is being elevated, intensified, set ablaze with divine voltage. What once drained you will now be your fuel. What used to silence you will now amplify your truth. You are no longer operating from empty reserves. Your spirit has been plugged into heaven's current, and the surge you feel is not imagination. It is ignition. You were never meant to live tired, depleted, or dragging through life like a shadow of yourself. That fatigue, that heaviness that wrapped itself around your bones and clouded your mind, it wasn't your true state. It was a symptom of spiritual starvation. But now a new current is running through you, and it is sacred. God is flooding your system with light, with clarity, with divine stamina. You will no longer just get through the day, you will command it. You will no longer hope for energy, you will radiate it. And it's not just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, energetic. Your thoughts are shifting from worry to vision. Your emotions are being recalibrated from instability to grounded presence. You're not spiraling anymore. You're soaring. You are being recentered around the energy of divine confidence. That quiet power that can't be faked. That knowing, steady force that makes you unshakable in storms others drown in. You've become the stillness in the chaos, the fire in the freeze. Where there was once anxiety, there is now anchored discernment. You see differently, you feel differently. The battles that used to leave you winded now roll off your shoulders like whispers. That's not indifference, it's spiritual maturity. You no longer waste energy on what cannot come with you. You are guarding your atmosphere with precision. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It's sacred stewardship. You've been given something holy, and you know now how costly it is to waste it. Even your presence is changing. You enter rooms differently, not loud or arrogant, but undeniably magnetic. People won't know why they feel drawn to you. They'll try to name it: confidence, charisma, poise. But those words fall short. What they're feeling is alignment. Your energy no longer carries fragments, it carries fullness. You're no longer scattered. You've been gathered back together by the hand of God, and the result is an unspoken force that turns heads and softens hearts. That's why you've had to walk through so much. Your glow, your energy, your anointing, it had to be tested, purified, trained. God couldn't let you carry this level of power without refining your intention. You are not here to impress. You are here to impact. You are not a performer, you are a presence. And now that you're aligned, heaven is using your very existence as a spiritual weapon. Your energy heals, confronts, convicts, awakens. You'll notice how people begin responding to you, some with awe, some with unease. That's because your light activates what's hidden in others. You are a mirror, and your energy reflects truth. You don't have to say a word, your frequency does the talking. That's not mysticism, that's spiritual reality. Your transformation has vibrational weight. You're not just seen, you're felt. The old you used to over-explain, the new you doesn't need to. And this is just the beginning of your energetic inheritance. God is unlocking abilities in you that were dormant, silenced by trauma, or buried under shame. You're feeling them now, the intuition that sees beneath the surface. The sensitivity that once overwhelmed you is now your strength. You don't just sense energy, you read it, shape it, elevate it. The emotional intelligence you once cursed as a burden is now your divine advantage. You are a translator of atmospheres, a conductor of unseen rhythms. Even your physical body is responding. Your posture is straighter, your breath is deeper, your skin reflects the internal shift. You look lighter because you are. You carry less residue of who you used to be. There is space in your soul now for joy, creativity, and rest. You no longer perform healing, you live it. Every part of you is in agreement. Your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, they're no longer at war. They're moving as one, powered by peace and illuminated by divine clarity. Do not be surprised when people try to access your light without carrying respect for its cost. Some will want your glow without honoring your process, but you know better now. Your energy is not for sale. Your presence is not a product. You carry something sacred, and it must be protected. That doesn't mean you shut down. It means you discern, you give with purpose, you shine with boundaries, you bless without bleeding. This energy that's flowing through you, it's divine trust. Heaven knows what you're carrying, and now it's placing you in positions where your presence will shift things that strategy alone could never touch. You will be called into rooms, meetings, conversations, creative spaces, not just because of your skills, but because of your energy. Because what you carry cannot be taught, and it cannot be faked. It can only be cultivated through surrender and fire. This is your energetic redemption, a restoration of the power you didn't even know you had lost. You were never meant to live dimmed or depleted. You were always meant to radiate. And now you do. Not because of effort, but because of essence. The true you, the one God always saw, is emerging. And no room, no opinion, no past can contain the brilliance of your becoming. You are the light that no darkness can silence. You are aligned. You are awakened. You are electrified by heaven itself. And the world will feel it every time you enter a space. Chosen one, the moment you've been sensing in your spirit is no longer near, it's now. You are standing inside the very shift you prayed for, not approaching it, not imagining it, inhabiting it. Everything that felt slow, delayed, stuck in invisible traffic is suddenly gaining unstoppable momentum. You've entered a season where divine acceleration and sacred fulfillment are colliding. This isn't ordinary change. This is heaven-sent upheaval. A holy fast forward in every area of your life. And it's not asking permission, it's moving with force. The waiting is over. The heaviness is lifting. And what's rushing toward you isn't chaos, it's clarity. God has cleared the path, broken the resistance, and now the blessings that once hovered just out of reach are pouring in, wave after wave. What once felt impossible is now happening with divine ease. Relationships, opportunities, breakthroughs. They're not just coming, they're arriving. And they're not arriving empty. They're filled with glory, with healing, with restoration. This acceleration isn't reckless, it's precise, it's purposeful, it's personal. You're not being swept away, you're being carried forward. What should have taken 10 years will unfold in a matter of weeks. But not because you forced it, because you aligned with it, you surrendered. You waited. You didn't manipulate, you matured. And now heaven is honoring what you cultivated in silence. You'll begin to notice how everything around you responds differently. Doors don't creak open anymore, they swing wide. Rooms that once felt intimidating now feel like assignments. You don't walk in wondering if you belong. You know you were sent. That confidence, that certainty, that's not pride. That's prophetic alignment. It's the power of someone who knows their time has come and refuses to shrink back. And the glow you carry? It's not cosmetic. It's combustion. It's what happens when a soul that's been through fire emerges purified and radiant. You've shed the false layers. You've dropped the weight. Now you radiate not because of perfection, but because of divine presence. You've become light in motion. An atmosphere shifter. People won't be able to define it, but they'll feel it. Your energy will enter rooms before you speak a word. This version of you is magnetic, not for attention, but for impact. You are drawing in the right people, the right opportunities, the right divine partnerships. Not through striving, but through frequency. Your spirit is now in harmony with your destiny. The internal tug of war has ended. The pieces of your identity have clicked into place. You're not seeking your calling, you're living it. There's no more time for hesitation, no more room for self-doubt. This season demands all of you. Your full voice, your full vision, your full courage. No more shrinking to fit old roles. No more explaining your glow to people committed to misunderstanding it. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Their confusion is confirmation. They're watching the unveiling of a version of you they never expected. And that's the point. You were hidden for refinement, but now it's time to be seen. And not just seen, heard. Your voice has power now. It carries weight. It lands in hearts with impact. Because you're not speaking from wounds, you're speaking from wisdom. You're not moving to impress, you're moving to transform. You're not chasing favor, you are favor in motion. Every step you take is a declaration that delay didn't destroy you. It built you. The places that once made you feel small can no longer contain you. You've outgrown them not because you changed your mind, but because you changed your spirit. And now everything that was planted in secret, the prayers, the tears, the vision, is blooming in public. You won't have to announce it. The fruit will speak for itself. The shift will be too obvious to ignore. Let go of the need to prove. Let go of the need to explain. Let your glow speak. Let your presence testify. You are no longer who they remember, and you never will be again. The old you got you through pain, through delay, through heartbreak. But this new you is built for promise, built for purpose, built to carry the weight of what's coming next. Because what's coming is big, not just personally, but prophetically. Your rise is not just for your story, it's for others too. Your elevation is a signal. Your glow is a sign you're becoming a walking revelation that God restores not just enough, but overflow, and not just externally. The transformation in your inner world, your peace, your clarity, your resilience, is the real miracle. This isn't about chasing stages or applause, this is about becoming a sanctuary. You are a lighthouse now, a safe space for others to see what healing can look like. Your very existence carries deliverance. People will find peace just by standing next to you because your glow is sacred. It's not vanity, it's victory. And the ones who thought you were finished, they'll have no words, not because you silenced them, but because God did. So lift your head, stand in the fullness of what you've become. Let your life be loud with restoration. Let your presence preach the sermon. Your mouth never has to. Walk like someone who's been sent. Speak like someone who carries heaven. And glow, not to shine alone, but to light the way for those still lost in the dark. You are not in transition anymore. You are in arrival, not in pieces, but in power, not recovering, but reigning, not delayed, but decreed. This is your season, chosen one, and your glow? It's just the beginning. Chosen one, slow your spirit for just a moment and breathe this in. What is happening to you now is not merely change. It is sacred, it is holy, it is divine transformation from the inside out. This is not the fruit of effort, strategy, or performance. This is what it feels like when heaven rests on a soul and rewrites everything. You are not just healing, you are being reimagined by the Creator Himself. This is sacred reconstruction. Your spirit has been touched by eternity, and nothing will ever be the same. You were not forgotten. You were hidden, held, protected. While it looked like nothing was happening, God was doing His most careful work, mending what the world tried to tear, softening what life tried to harden, and reigniting what pain tried to extinguish. And now the light returning to your eyes is not just hope. It is holy fire. It is remembrance of who you've always been beneath the noise, chosen, radiant, called, divine. You are not returning to your former self. You are rising as your true self, the one formed in fire, carved in stillness, crowned in surrender. There is a glow now that doesn't come from healing alone, but from union, the moment when you stop reaching outside and realize God has always been within. The Spirit now moves freely through you, not as visitor, but as home. Your thoughts are clearer because they're tuned to heaven. Your heart is softer because it's wrapped in divine mercy. This is not self-help. This is soul resurrection, the transformation showing in your face, in your posture, in your words. It is a mirror of the internal rebirth. And that glow? It's not for aesthetics, it's for announcement. Heaven is making a statement through you. Your presence now carries vibration, frequency, a spiritual signature that says, this one has been with God. You will walk into rooms and shift them, not because of what you say, but because of who you are. And it won't be noise, it will be reverence. You are the quiet thunder, the soft power, the living proof that surrender is strength and stillness is a weapon. Your peace is no longer fragile, it is anchored. It is prophetic, it is divine. The version of you the world is meeting now is the version God always saw when He formed you in the secret place. Pure, whole, aligned, and this version carries no need to prove, to chase, or to please. You're not driven by fear anymore, you're drawn by purpose. You're not exhausted by expectation, you're energized by presence. Let your every breath now be sacred. Let your every step be prayer. Let your silence carry the power of heaven. For you are not just rising, you are revealing. Revealing what it looks like when a human soul becomes a resting place for divine glory. This is your glow, not from striving, but from surrender, not from ambition, but from anointing, not from the world, but from God, and it is holy.